Hello everyone, a very good evening. So before I start the session, first let me know if I'm perfectly visible and audible to you or not. Yes, quickly you can write in the chat window, you can give a quick thumbs up and I will understand. Yes, Prasoon. Hello ma'am, good evening. We have Aditi Datta, we have Parth here, Papiya Das, we have Adhira. Yes, hello, Aditya Gupta, Abhishek is here. Sukhjot, yes, Deepak, good evening, I can't see you. How come you can't see me? Please refresh once. Bharat Goyal, just visualize, Nikesh, Rameshwar Nath, Satyam, Hussain, yes, Minal, yes. Alright, cool. So, there is no glitch at all. So, we can continue. Well, a very warm welcome to yet another wonderful session. My name is Khushbu. So, today's session is the first session, as you would have seen the title of the video. It's Quadratic Equations and their solutions. So, this chapter has been divided into two sections. So, today we are discussing part 1 of Quadratic Equations. Now, one very good thing about today's session is that it is different from the term 1 sessions. Now, what is the difference? First, we will be discussing the concepts of the chapter that we have used here, and we will try out a few questions on them just to get a better understanding. And the most amazing part is that at the end of the session, we are going to have a quiz. So, how do you find this chapter first of all? Yes, Prasoon, ma'am, how are you? I am doing good, Prasoon. Thanks a lot. And how are you doing? Yes, Pallavi is here. Hello. Fenil, yes. Parneet Kaur, yep. Sukhjot, yes. Radhe Krishna. Adhira, excited for this session? Well, I am excited too, Adhira. So, do you find this chapter easy, difficult? Nikesh, easy peasy. Yes, indeed it is easy. Abhishek, very well. Charvi, hello ma'am. Yes. Parth, 50-50. Okay. Kusum, moderate. Yes. Alright. So, yes, actually this chapter is very easy, but at the end of the session, ye hame zyada pata chalega once we have a quiz, right? So, how many of you have actually understood it? How many of you actually find it easy, right? Yes. So, shall we start? Alright. So, let's begin the fun. So, quadratic equations. So, what are quadratic equations first of all? Yes. So, quadratic equations we would say are the polynomial equations which have a degree 2 in one variable of the type, like this is the general form of a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c belongs to real numbers, right? And there is an important thing over here. There is a restriction that a cannot be equal to 0. Why a can't be equal to 0? Because you see, if a is equal to 0, then this will no more be a quadratic equation. Quadratic means it will have a degree of 2. Screen is blurred. Please refresh once. Yes. Alright. Let's take a look at this. So, here you can see that this graph, and this is the general form of the quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c. It is a U-shaped graph. We call it a parabola. So, quadratic equations will always have a parabola, right? They will always form a parabola on the graph. Let's take a few examples to understand this. Like this, 3x square plus 5x minus 6 equal to 0. This is quadratic. Why? Because highest power, the degree over here is 2, right? Yes. Haknawaz Qayyum, what if x is 0? Doesn't matter. If x is 0, that would be ax square plus c. Still, it will be quadratic since the degree is 2. A should not be equal to 0, right? So, if you are saying, if you are saying x is equal to 0, I didn't see this. So, this will be 0, this will be 0. You will have c only. It will become a constant polynomial in that case, right? Yes, Haknawaz, I hope that you have understood, right? See, A, B, C are real numbers over here. I am not saying it is necessary to be a real number. Real number includes everything. That means it can be a negative number, it can be a positive number, it can be rational, it can be irrational, right? Because real number line includes all kind of numbers. That's why we say that A, B, C can be real numbers. Alright. Okay. So, this x square minus 3x, you see here we do not have a constant term. Still it is quadratic. Why? Because it has a degree 2. Yes. X square minus 9 equal to 0. Still it is quadratic because degree is 2 over here. Yes, so these are the few examples. Now let's take a look at the standard form of a quadratic equation. So this is the standard form of quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Yes. Disha, ma'am, what is the degree of a constant polynomial? Well, the constant polynomial has a degree 0, right? Because there is no variable there. Whatever value you put there, I mean, whatever you write there, let's suppose 5, that's a constant polynomial. So here, if I write x, so its degree would be 0 because something raised to power 0 is 1. Still, it will be 5 only, right? Abhinav, only a cannot be 0. Yes, because if a is 0, then it will no more be quadratic because a multiplied by x square, that term, entire term would be 0. Then obviously there is no term with a degree 2, right? Yes. All right. So I think I have answered all of your questions. All right. So this is the general form of a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form where ax square is the first term, second term is bx, third term is c, right? And when we are talking about a quadratic equation, like we have 3x square minus 100 equals to x. This is a quadratic equation. If you talk about the standard form, that is going to be 3x square minus x minus 100 equal to 0. See, I have written that in a proper order over here, right? Similarly, 7x square minus 6x equal to 4. This is a quadratic equation. If you talk about the standard form, that is this 7x square minus 6x minus 4. First we have the highest degree, then the degree lower than that, and after that comes the constant one. Yes. Rupya, screen is blurry. Please refresh it once. Yes. Alright, so this is 7x square minus 6x minus 4. This is the standard form. Alright, now let's try out a few questions to understand this, what quadratic equations actually are. So check whether the following are quadratic equations or not, right? So to check this out, we have x plus 2 whole square equals to 2 times x plus 1, right? So what are we going to do here? Simply, we can open it up. We have x square plus 4x plus 4. Open the right side also, 2x plus 2. Yes. So let's take everything on one side. We have x square plus 4x plus 4 minus 2x minus 2 equal to 0. Yes. Madiha Khan, ma'am, the constant power can be 1 also. Doesn't matter what the power of constant is. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose I have got x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Here it is 6 to the power none, nothing. Even if it is 6 to the power 2, this doesn't make any difference because 6 to the power 2 is nothing but that's 36, right? Still it is a constant only, right? Yes. What if x has exponent 1? So here x anyways has exponent 1, right? But if you want to call it a quadratic equation, right, for that it should have degree 2. The highest power should be 2. Yes, Amrita, absolutely. Quadratic means the highest power in an equation is 2. Yes. I hope that this is clear to all of you. It is crystal clear in your minds what quadratic means. Quadratic means degree has to be 2, right? The highest power has to be 2. Yes, Prakhar is right. Otherwise it would be linear. Sorry. Let's simplify this. You get x square plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. So yes, I can call that it is a quadratic equation since the highest power, the degree over here is 2, right? Sorry. Sharvi, for 1 it is linear, for 3 it is cubic. Absolutely. When you see that the degree is 1, you call it a linear equation. When you see that degree is 2, you call it quadratic. When degree is 3, we call it cubic. Parneet, clear ma'am. Alright, great. So this concept is clear to all of you, right? That what quadratic actually means. Yes? Yes? Quickly give a quick thumbs up in the chat so that I should know that we can move ahead. Yes? Papiya, it always makes a parabola. You can try, plotting it on a graph. You would see that it will automatically form a U-shaped thing. Yes, it's for grade 10th. Yes, ma'am, Ananya ji. Okay, great. Aditi is giving a thumbs up. I can see thumbs up from a lot of people. Akriti, Parth, study girl. All right, cool. So we can move ahead. So yes, this is a quadratic equation. Yes. All right, let's check out another example. So we have x plus 2x minus 2 equals to x times x minus 3. We need to check whether this is quadratic or not. Let's simplify it. Charvi, yes ma'am. Hussain, all right. Riddhima, Fenil, Priyanshi, Aditya, yes ma'am. All right, cool. Let's try out this question now. So I've simplified both the sides. We get this. Let's take everything on one side. The signs will change. So we have x square minus 4 minus x square plus 3x equal to 0. So we get, this gets cancelled out. We have 3x minus 4. What do I see here? I see that the highest power of the variable, the degree here is 1. I cannot call it quadratic. This is not a quadratic equation. This time it is linear, right? Yes, enjoy reading, not quadratic. Absolutely. Alex, Divya, absolutely. It is not quadratic, it would be linear. Alright, let's take a look at another question. This time we have a word problem, right? I know that students do get confused when they come across word problems. First, the most important thing that you need to learn here is that if you have seen my other sessions also, whenever we have word problems, I always tell you one thing, that do literal translation of the statement, the word by word translation, right? So height of a right angle triangle. Let's make a right angle triangle first, right? It gets easier when you have figures in front of you. So the height of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. This AB is the base. Height is 7 centimeter less than the base. Let's assume that this base is x centimeter. Now height, by height we mean AC. So height is 7 centimeter lesser than base. So height would be x minus 7 centimeter, right? Yes. Now we are given that the hypotenuse is 13. So this BC is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle, right opposite to the 90-degree angle. Yes. Yes. So it is 13 centimeter. Okay. Now it's a right angle triangle, so using the Pythagoras theorem, we just have to form the quadratic equation that represents this situation. So using the Pythagoras theorem, I can find this out. So what do we have here? We have AC square plus AB square equal to BC square. Yes. Yes, Madhiha, that's x minus 7, that's the height. Yes. Alright. Let's substitute all the values here. We have x minus 7 whole square plus x square equal to 13 square. Just open it up. This is a minus b whole square. So that's x square minus 14x plus 49 plus x square minus 13 square. You take it to the other side. So we have 2x square minus 14x minus 120 equals to 0. That's the final quadratic equation that we have, right? So this is what we were supposed to do in this question. We just had to frame the quadratic equation. Yes. We do not have to find out the value really for base and altitude. We were just supposed to form the quadratic equation. Yes, Sukhjot? Alright, let's move ahead. Now we will talk about the roots of a quadratic equation. So let us consider here, like this is the general form of a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. We know that a should not be equal to 0, otherwise it will no more be quadratic, right? Yes. So for any real number, let's suppose x here is equals to beta. Beta is representing any real number over here. So wherever I have x, I am going to substitute x as beta. So we have a beta square plus b beta plus c equal to 0. So since when I put beta here, it is equal to 0, I can say that beta is nothing but it is the root of the quadratic equation, right? So a root is something that when you put that in place of the variable, the entire answer, the entire equation is equal to 0. That means we can say that it is the root of the given equation. Yes. Alpha, beta, anything you can put. It's denoting actually a real number over here. Yes. Alright. So let's take a look at this graph over here. We know that quadratic equations, they always have a parabola, U-shaped graph. And you can see that at these points it is touching the x-axis. So here we will say that these are nothing but these are actually denoting the roots of this quadratic equation. Yes. Radhe Krishna, you want me to repeat? So whatever value, like I said that here beta is any real number, whatever value I put here instead of x, if it is equal to 0, we call it a root of the quadratic equation, right? Yes, two roots, absolutely Nikesh, two roots are here, correct, yes. Alright, now let's take a look at a few questions to understand this. Check whether x equal to 2 is a root of the quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 or not. To check whether it is a root of the equation or not, what we will do is simply I'll put 2 in place of x in this quadratic equation. So we have 2 square minus 5 times 2 plus 6. Okay, what do we get? We can see that we have 4 minus 10 plus 6, which is going to be equals to 0 because minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. Since it is equal to 0, I can say that x equal to 2 is actually a root of the quadratic equation since answer is equal to 0 once I substitute it here, right? Yes, it is a root. Yes. All right, let's take, so this was the question which was based on the roots. Yes. Nikesh, it is a root. Sukhjot, Fenil, yes. Ananya ji, Shelja, absolutely. All right. Now we will learn about the three methods to find out the roots of quadratic equations. So see, there are different ways to find this out. First is factorization, then we have completing the square, and then we have quadratic formula. So one by one I'm going to discuss all of them. So let's start off with the factorization method first. Yes, okay. So this is the expression that I have, x square plus 5x plus 6. So let's understand the method of factorizing the quadratic equations by the factorization method. So let's divide this expression in three parts. We have first term is x square, then we have 5x, and third term is 6, right? All right. So to understand this, this is the Cartesian plane we have, right? Let's take a square of side x units. So its area would be what? Area would be x square, right? And now area would be x square, so we got our first term. Now let's take a rectangle of length 1 units and breadth x units, right? So these are the rectangles that we have. Now if I add all them up, what do we get? We get 5x. If I add both these terms, we have x square plus 5x. Now we have a rectangle. Let's take a rectangle of length 1 unit and breadth 6 units. So its area would be what? Area would be 1 times 6, because rectangle is nothing but that length times breadth. That would be 6 units, right? 6 square units, sorry. Another way to write this is 3 times 2, right? So let's suppose it has a rectangle as a height of 2 units and breadth of 3 units. That's going to be 3 times 2 over here, right? Now we can adjust it this way as well. Yes. Now if I merge this rectangle with the previous figure that we have, we can see that it makes a complete rectangle now, which has dimensions of x plus 2 and x plus 3, because this is x, this length is 2, so this is also 2, this entire becomes x plus 2. This is x and this is 3, so this is also 3, so this becomes x plus 3. So we can split it up as x plus 2 times x plus 3. Yes. Second last wala, roots are minus 3, minus 2. Yes, those would be roots, but these are the factors, x plus 2 and x plus 3. Yes, this was in grade 9 session also. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So that's how you can find out that's how we learn that how to find the factors, right? So this method is basically known as the splitting the middle term method. Now let's try out a question. So we have to find out the roots of this equation, x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 by factorization, right? So first of all, how we do middle term splitting, right? So we multiply these extreme terms. First of all, you see that they're in the standard form. We multiply these extreme terms, we get 6x square. Now this 6x square can be written as a product of 6x times x, 3x, 2x, minus 6x times minus x, minus 3x minus 2x. These are the only possible cases that we have, right? Okay. So Akriti, yx, y naught, x square. Are you talking about this only? This is x square only, Akriti. Yes, this is x square. Okay, so from all these pairs, you have to pick one pair such that when you add it or subtract it, you get positive 5x, right? You can try with each one of them, right? And when you see that 3x and 2x are the only possible pair, on adding it will give 5x. So I can write this 5x as x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Now I'll take common from here and from here. From here, if I take x common, we have x plus 3 inside. From here, I'll take plus 2 common, we have x plus 3 inside equals to 0. So these are the factors, x plus 2 and x plus 3 equal to 0. That means the value of x, I mean the roots of x are going to be minus 3 and minus 2. Yes, Musin Ansari, minus 2, minus 3. Completing the square is, see, it's better to learn these methods. Abhishek, minus 2, minus 3. Divya, Kunal, yes. Abhishek, Sukhjot, Mansi. Absolutely. Minus 2 and minus 3 are the roots for this quadratic equation. Now let's try out one more question. So we have to find out the roots for 2x square minus 11x plus 15 equal to 0 by the factorization method. So we'll be using middle term splitting method again. So what we do is first we find out we see that it is in the standard form. We take the product of the extreme first and third term. That's 30x square. Now this can be factored as 30x, we multiply them, 3x times 10x, 2x 15x, 5x 6x, minus 30x minus x, minus 3x minus 10x, minus 2x minus 15x, minus 5x minus 6x. These are all the possible pairs that we have. Okay, now you need to think of one such pair on adding or subtracting. Whether you add or subtract it, you get minus 11x, right? You can try with all of them. Simple calculation, you can do it mentally, right? So, what do we see? We see that this is the pair that I can use, minus 5x and minus 6x, right? You can try with all of them. Musin Ansari, मैम आप बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाते हैं. Thank you, Musin. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So, Disha, ma'am, why in polynomial chapter we call x as zeros and dot roots in this chapter? Both of them are the same thing. Doesn't make any difference. Alright, so now I have to take common from the first two terms and these terms. So we have x and we have 2x minus 5 inside. We take minus 3 common from here. We have 2x minus 5 inside. When both the brackets are same, that means we are going correct. Yes. So we can write this as 2x minus 5, x minus 3 equals to 0. So from here, the value of x is going to be what? That's 5 by 2 and 3. And I can see that most of you have given the answers, gave the answer before I solved it. Fenil, Abhishek, Sukhjot, yes. Alright. So most of you have given the correct answer for this question, right? So middle term splitting is clear to all of you. Yes. Yes, 3 and 5 by 2 are the roots. Sukhjot, Parneet, Deepak, Merlin, Satyarth, absolutely. Okay, awesome. So this was about factorization method. Now we will learn about completing the square method, right? So this is the example that we have here, 2x square plus 12x plus 14, right? See, what happens is sometimes we cannot solve all the it's not possible to do middle term splitting middle term splitting of every equation. So it's better we should know other methods as well. Disha, crystal clear. Okay, great. Sukhjot, yes. All right. So let's see what this method is about, right? So here we aim at completing the maximum square possible. So using the first two terms, so there are certain steps that you have to follow here. First step that you need to know is you have to make the coefficient of x square as 1. It's a quadratic equation, right? You have to make its coefficient 1. So to make its coefficient 1, what I'll do here is simply I divided the entire equation by 2. Yes, we get x square plus 6x plus 7 equals to 0. Alright. Now what we do is next step is to multiply and divide the second term by 2. Second term, remember this thing. Yes, second term is this one now, right? It has to be in standard form, right? Alright. So we multiply this by 2 and divide by 2. So we have multiplied and divided this by 2. What do we get here? I cancel this out. I get 2 times x times 3. So the equation that we have is x square plus 2 times plus x times 3 plus 7 equal to 0. I have substituted 6x with this, right? Alright. So this is the equation that after substituting it. Step 3 is whatever you have got here, right? You have to divide that by 2, right? So whatever you have with 2 times the variable and whatever you have with this, or you can divide by 2 like I have 3 here. So I have to add up or subtract, I have to add and subtract the square of 3 over here in this equation. So we get x square plus 2 times x minus times 3 plus 3 square minus 3 square plus 7 equal to 0. Okay, so we have what? Now if you carefully observe this, take a look at this. This shows what? We have x square here, we have 3 square here, we have 2 times x times 3. This is nothing but that's x plus 3 whole square. Because what is a plus b whole square? Many times I have seen that students get confused here, right? See, a square, a is representing x, b is representing 3. 2ab, 2 times x times 3. That's completing the square method. Sometimes they have this confusion, how do we know it's a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square, right? So whatever sign you have with 2ab, put that sign only. Because what is the difference in these two formulas, a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square? The only difference is here, the sign which is written along with 2ab. So if there is a positive sign here, that's a plus b whole square. If it is a negative sign over here, that means it's going to be a minus b whole square ka formula. Yes. In step 3, what I have done is, Okay, someone wants me to answer step 2. In step 2, you have to multiply and divide the second term, middle term by 2, right? So like I have multiplied this 6x by 2, I have divided by 2 also. What do I get here? 2 times x times 3. That was the second step here, okay? And the third step what we have done is, we have just divided this by 2, we have what, right? We have got 3x. You have to use the coefficient of the variable here, that's 3. Add and subtract the square of 3 over here, right? Okay, so this is what we get. Now this could be written as x plus 3 whole square minus root 2 square, right? Then comes the step 4. This is nothing but that's a square minus b square, which is a plus b, a minus b. What is a here? A is a plus x plus 3, b is root 2. So x plus 3 plus root 2, x plus 3 minus root 2 equal to 0. I have just opened the formula, right? So that means the value of x would be, what would be the final value of x? Final value of x is going to be minus 3 minus root 2, and this is going to be minus 3 plus root 2. This is the final result that we are going to get from here, right? So this is what completing the square method is. Papiya Das, minus 7 and 1. What is minus 7 and 1? I don't know which question you are talking about. This is not the answer for this one, right? Alright, let's take a look at another topic, that is quadratic formula, right? So first, before we start solving questions, let's first take a look at the derivation of this. Alright, so we have ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Now we know it, right? It cannot be equal to 0. So first we know that we have to make the coefficient of x square 1. This is what we learned in the previous topic. So I'll divide the entire equation by a. Each of these terms is divided by a, right? So what we have got, this gets cancelled, we have x square, right? And bx by a plus c by a. Now this is what we get after this. X square, let me just write down the missing step over here, plus c by a equal to 0. The next step was, somebody wanted me to repeat the previous, completing the square one. See, I'm explaining the same method over here as well. We are basically applying the same method, right? First we make the coefficient of x square 1, then what we do, second step is to multiply and divide the second term by 2. This is the second term that I have. I'll multiply this by 2, I'll divide this by 2, right? So what do I get? I get 2 times b by 2a times x. Yes, Deepak? I think you asked this thing, you wanted me to repeat this. Now, third step is what? Third step is whatever you have here, like this is what I got, right? You divide that by 2, whatever coefficient you have with the variable, right? You add and subtract the square of it, right? So we have here, so if I divide this by 2, taking half of it, what does that mean? I get bx by 2a, right? And what is the coefficient here? Coefficient is b by 2a. I have to add and subtract its square over here, plus c by a as it is equals to 0, right? Yes. Alright. So this is what we get, and then we have what? We have x plus b by 2a whole square. How come we are getting this? If you see this thing, x is a over here and b is representing b by 2a. This is 2 times a times b, so x plus b by 2a whole square. We have a positive sign here, so it's a plus b whole square, right? Alright, and if you simplify this, you get square root of b square minus 4ac by 4a square whole square equal to 0. Alright. So after this, what do we have here? It's again a square minus b square. So a plus b, a minus b, I'll get x plus b by 2a minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, x plus b by 2a, square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a equal to 0, right? Alright. So this is what we are getting. From here we get the value of x, and what the value of x is going to be. So both this, if I take it to the other side, we get minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the result that you need to keep in mind, because you will be using it in solving the questions. Yes. Alright, yes, minus b plus minus square root of this by 2a. Absolutely, Deepak. Yes, you are correct. Manmeet, it's blur. Please refresh the screen once. Alright. So this is the final formula that we get from here. Now let's take a look at few of the questions so that you get a better understanding. Yes. The area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square and the length of the plot in meters is 1 more than twice its breadth. Then find the length and breadth of the plot. Okay. So to understand this, we are talking about a rectangular plot. Its area is given, this entire area. That's 528 meters square. The length of the plot is 1 more than twice the breadth. So let's do the literal translation. Let's suppose breadth is x meters, right? Length is 1 more than twice the breadth. Twice the breadth means 2x. 1 more than this, that means 2x plus 1, right? Okay. And we are given the area. So let's try to, to make a relationship between the length, breadth and the area over here. So after building up this relationship, we have area equals to length times breadth, which is x times 2x plus 1. Priya, you're the best teacher. Thank you. Mamitali, ma'am, derivation karni hai, please tell. No, you don't need to do the derivation. It's just for your understanding, so that you should know how this formula has come up, right? Right. All right. So area, if I multiply this, that's 2x square plus x. So 528 is equals to 2x square plus x. Let's take everything to one side. So we have 2x square plus x minus 528 equals to 0. So when you come across such questions, such equations, it becomes difficult to do middle term splitting, right? And to apply the quadratic, completing the square method. That's a little bigger, right? I've explained you all the three methods so that whatever you are comfortable with, you can use that in your exams. All right. Amar Bahadur, ma'am, tusi great ho. Thank you. All right. So this is the quadratic equation that we have. I'm just going to use the quadratic formula over here, right? So what is the quadratic formula? Quadratic formula is minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, right? I need the values of a, b, c over here, right? So what is the general form of quadratic equation? That's ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? So here, what is written with x square? That's 2, so a is 2. Just compare it with the general form. What is written with x? That's p, and here with x we have 1, so it's going to be 1. Eshika Tripathi, great explanation on BYJU'S only. Thank you. Yes. Subjot. Yes, you can do that. You can use any of the methods, middle term splitting or completing the square, whatever you're comfortable with. I am just explaining all the methods so that you should know it, right? Yes, Fennel. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yes. Right. So we have got the values of ABC from now after comparing with the general equation, right? Now let's just use the quadratic formula over here. Let's substitute all the values in place of A, B and C. So here we get this after substituting the value. D. Deepak, fantastic teaching, ma'am. Thank you. All right. So on simplifying this, we get minus 1 plus minus square root of 4,225 by 4. So square root is 65, so minus 1 plus minus 65 by 4. The final value of x is going to be 16 and minus 33 by 2, right? So we needed the length and breadth over here, right? So we see that here, this is negative. Breadth, the dimensions can never be negative. So this is not possible. 16 is the only value. So breadth over here was x, that's going to be 16 meter. Length was 2x plus 1. Let's substitute here. 2 times 16 plus 1, that's going to be 33 meters. Yes, Sukhjot, absolutely. 16 and 33. Right. Fine. So I hope that all of you have understood this question, right? Hope that you all are getting the same answer. Nikesh, yes, 16 and 33. Correct. Right. Yes. So I hope that this is clear to all of you. Yes, Deepak, absolutely. Second value is not possible since it is negative. Length can never be negative, right? Ma'am, it will be easy if we use d equal to b square minus 4ac. Yes, you can do that. Absolutely. See, in your books also, d is a discriminant, which is basically b square minus 4ac. Instead of writing this entire thing, b square minus 4ac, you can use c also. Subjot, clear, ma'am? All right. Akriti, you got this right result. Ashok, yes. Vidushi, 16 and 33. Yes. All right. Sheetal, you want me to explain again? What we have done here is we have just used the quadratic formula for here after forming the equations. So instead of using this formula, you can use any other formula also, right? If it is not mentioned. So here b square minus 4ac is nothing but that's the discriminant. Yes, Subjot, clear? All right. Ambili, yes. Ahana, ma'am, you teach very nicely. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Ahana. Yes. Sri Lakshmi is giving a thumbs up. Yes, Disha. Somebody wanted me to repeat. All you have to do is just substitute the values of A, B, C in this formula. Just do the calculations. Yes, you will get this result, and you cannot use this negative value. Dimensions are negative. Parneet, crystal clear. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Great. So this was the last question from today's session, but now comes the most amazing part. Yes, it's quiz time now, right? So for this, all you have to do is you have to log into this site www.minti.com, and it will ask for a code which is 89642899. Yes, so if you have two devices, you can watch the session on the YouTube. I will still be here, and you can use the other device to log into minti.com and put this code. And if you have only one device, still it's okay. Go to this site, log in and use this code. Yes. Deepak, absolutely. Discriminant is used for finding the roots. Alright, so this is the code 89642899. Alright. Alright, so I can see that many people have already joined. My God, looks like you guys are too excited for this. Right? Yes. Let's wait for some more people to join. Yes. Quickly, quickly. You can use the code 89642899. Still more people are joining, I can see. Yes. Let's wait for some more time. Let others also join. Right. Well, this is going to be very exciting, I'm sure, right? Because in the beginning of the session, I remember you were saying, बहुत easy chapter है ये तो, right? Let me see कितना easy है it is for you, right? Let's see. Yes, Fennel logged in. Prateek Sharma, amazing. Sukhjot, yes. Yes. Deepak, excited ma'am, full तैयारी की है. Okay, let's see. Let's see कितनी तैयारी की है. Papiya Das, the dinosaur one is my picture. Acha, I have to. Where is dinosaur over here? Nikesh, ma'am, wait. Yes, yes, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let everyone join. Yes. All right. I can see that some more people are joining here. Harshita already joined. Yes. Harshita, kitty is mine. Okay, where is kitty? Yes, I can see a kitty over here. Yeah. Yes. Ahana, ma'am joined. Nikesh, done, ma'am. Kulfi. Okay, Deepak ka. Okay, Kulfi hai. Okay. Harshita, great session. Mansi, cake is mine. All right. Some more people are joining. Just wait for a few more seconds, then we will start with the questions. Parneet, emoji. Emoji is yours. Yes, I can see that. Radhe Krishna, aeroplane. Yeah, it's there. Yes. Kamal Singh, new student. Okay, go to this site, menti.com. It will ask for a code, and you can put the code 89642899. Fennel, robot is mine. Not visible. See, if you are on Menti site, maybe you won't be able to hear me or you won't be able to see me, right? But I am still here. You know that. I'll be there. Yes. All right. So a lot of people have joined. So I think we can start now. Yes. All right. All right, so now, in this entire Menti, we are going to have 6 questions. So here we have our first question. The equation given below is a 2x minus 1 times minus x minus 3 equals to x plus 5 equals to minus 2x minus 1. And you can see the timer at the bottom of the screen. You have entire 45 seconds. 31 seconds are still you have now, right? So quickly solve this question, and I'm sure that all of you would give the right answer for this, right? Because सबको बहुत easy लग रहा है chapter. Yes. All right, I can see that some more people have joined now. Ankita, what is the code? Ankita, code is, you can see it's on the top of the screen, 89642899. Yes. All right, your time is up. Okay, let's see how many of you have given the right answer. So the correct answer is linear equation, right? And I can see that 21 students have given the correct answer. 54 says it's quadratic and 2 are saying it's cubic. See, it was a very simple question. How could you give the incorrect answer for this? It was बहुत simple था. All you had to do is, दोनों sides को you had to just simplify it, right? Okay, let's see the solution for this question now. Alright, so all we have to do is we just have to simplify both the sides. We get minus 2x square minus 6x plus x plus 3. Once you multiply the brackets is equals to minus 2x square minus x minus 10x minus 5, right? And we get minus 5x plus 3 equal to minus 11x minus 5. That's 6x plus 8 equals to 0. So what we see here is that the highest power of the variable, the degree of the variable is 1. So when the degree is 1, what do we call it? We call it a linear equation, right? Pancake killer. It was easy, but there wasn't much time. See, that was a, yes, indeed it was easy, but this question wasn't time consuming at all, I think. Yes. So I hope that all of you have understood this, right? I'm sure that you all knew how to do it. It's just that, like you said, that the time was less, so you might have ended up making silly mistake, right? Ankita Ghosh, done ma'am. Pancake killer, linear. Deepak, linear. Right? Alright, so let's move to the next question, but before that, the people who have just joined, please go to minti.com. It will ask for a code, that is 89642899. Just put that code and you would come to this. Alright, let's take a look at the next question now. Yes, I can see that most of you are saying answer was linear, right? Alright, so now we are going to have question 2. Yes, Akriti, we are moving ahead, yes. The roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 are. Very simple, quadratic equation is given, you just have to find out the roots. If you have watched the session properly, so you would already know the answer without even solving it, I'm sure. Fennel, I gave the correct answer in just 7 seconds. Wow, great. Awesome speed, I would say. Yes. So this is very simple. You can use any of the methods to solve this, right? I have explained you 3 methods, but I'm sure that most of you would go for middle term splitting for this, right? Yes, Ramu, I just saw your comment. Sometimes it moves so fast that we miss out a few names. So time is up. Okay. Let's see what the correct answer is. Wow. I can see that 59 students have given the correct answer, that's 2 and 3. Some of you have given incorrect answers too. Some of you are saying minus 2 and 1.5. How come you are getting this answer? Yes, Nikesh, splitting middle term is easy for simple numbers. So which method you used to solve this question? Like which method you actually preferred to solve this equation? Because this was from the session only, right? Fennel, again correct one, answer is just 6.47 seconds. Wow. Yes, Mini, leaderboard I'll show at the end. Yes. Pancake killer x minus 2, x minus 3. This is the one. Harshita 2 and 3. Prateek, great. Okay, let's see what the correct answer. Let's see the solution for this. So you could have used any of the methods, but I'm showing middle term splitting over here. Yes, because for simple numbers it is the most easier method. Aditya, elimination method. How can you use elimination method for this? Yes. Okay, so we can split it up as x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. You take out common from the consecutive terms. So we have x times x minus 3 minus 2 times x minus 3. Yes, x minus 3, x minus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to 3 and x equal to 2 are the final answers. Yes. Jayakash, discriminant method. Yes, that also you can use. पैनकेक किलर, मिडिल टर्म, यस. सो आप इसमें कोई भी मेथड यूज कर सकते हो, विच एवर यू फाइंड कंफर्टेबल एक्चुअली, राइट. बट मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग आई पर्सनली फील कि हाँ इजी है रादर फॉर सिंपल नंबर्स के लिए. यस. ऑलराइट, सो दिस वाज अ वेरी सिंपल वन. यस. सो शैल वी मूव अहेड? Factorization, Disha. Yes, perfect. All right. So now we are going to have our question number 3. So here we go. X square plus x minus 2 equals to x plus 2 times y. Then y is equal to what? So you have 45 seconds quickly. So I want all of you to give the correct answer this time. Yes. Jayakash, middle term splitting, quadratic formula is easy for me. Quadratic formula, yes, numbers were simple, so obviously calculation would have been easier this time. Yes. Deepak, mostly I prefer to choose discriminant method. Discriminant method is applicable, I would say, on any kind of equation, but sometimes the calculation becomes very tricky, right? But factorization, if you have command on that one, though it is not applicable every time, but still if you have command on that one, so it will be very easier. It becomes very easy to solve. Yes. Okay. All right, so time is up. Okay, let's see how many have given the correct answer. Okay, so value of y, x minus 1 is the answer. 30 of students have given the right answer. Some are saying x plus 1, some say x plus 2, some say x minus 2. Why? This was a very simple one. Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. So, this was the question, right? All we are doing is, left hand side pe, we are doing the middle term splitting. So, we have x square plus 2x minus 2 equals to x plus 2 times y, right? So, now we take common from the consecutive terms. We have x times x plus 2 minus 1 times x plus 2 equal to x plus 2y. So, this is going to be x minus 1, x plus 2 equals to x plus 2 times y. So, value of y is x minus 1. Yes? You want me to speak in Hindi also? Alright. See, left hand side पर हमने middle term splitting किया है. वो करके हमने उसको simplify किया. और उसके बाद फाइनल आंसर यू गेट y x माइनस 1, राइट. सो इसमें कुछ भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं था. इट वॉज अ वेरी वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन, आई वुड से, राइट. दीपक, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वी हैव अ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. जस्ट डू मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग ऑफ दैट, राइट. यस. Chakradhar Dubey, good evening, man. The students who are joining now, please go to the minti.com and use this code 89642899, which is given on the top of the screen here. Yes. Alright, so finally you have y equal to x minus 1. Just left side ko solve karke you get this value. Because second last step, if you see, x plus 2 will cancel out and we have y equal to x minus 1. Fenil, I was in hurry, that's why my answer was wrong. See, it happens because when it comes to mathematics, sometimes in the hurry of completing the question hastily, you end up making mistakes, right? So that's why I say practice a lot, right? Time management is important in mathematics. It's very important. Yes. Sure, ma'am, daily class hogi kya? See, we have classes on specific days for mathematics. For this, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified about the sessions, upcoming sessions and all. Alright, now let's move ahead. Let's take a look at the next question. Yes. So we have our question number 4 now. Harshita, alright. The value of k for which x is equal to minus 2 is a root of the quadratic equation kx square plus x minus 6 equal to 0. So your time has already been started. Quickly आपको k का value find करना है. Question already says x equal to minus 2 is a root of this. Very simple one. Yes. Alright, Pratik Sharma says it's amazing. Yes. Quickly. बहुत simple है. Question already specifies minus 2 इसका root है. Mini, middle term splitting method is easy for me. Yes, indeed it is simple. Yes. Yes, Kanishka. See, I took your name. Yeah. Alright. Leaderboard. Yes. At the end, we will have the leaderboard. So time is up. Alright, so 2 is the correct answer and 51 students have given the right answer. Some says 1, some says minus 1, some of you have given 4 also. Well, how come you are getting 10, 8 and how come you are getting 1, minus 1 and 4? बहुत simple question था, right? Time consuming भी नहीं था ये question though. Now let's see the answer for this. So x equal to -2 is the root, right? So when we say that something is the root of the equation, what we do is we put that in the place of the variable and the entire equation is equal to 0, right? So we have k times -2 square minus 2 minus 6 equal to 0. What do we get? We have 4k minus 8 equal to 0. So k is going to be equal to 2 at the end. Fennel, you think 4 is correct? How come you're getting 4? The calculation also was very simple in this question. Yes? Deepak, your answer was correct. Fennel. Okay, I got a correct answer. Great. Yes. So these questions are simple. See, in today's session, I haven't taken difficult ones. All the questions, if you see, they're very, very simple. Just that when you are doing the calculations, just be careful, and time management is important. All right, let's move ahead. Let's take a look at question number 5 now. Yes. So one of the root of quadratic equation x square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0 is. Alright, so your time has been started. You have to find one of the root of this equation. We all know what the root is. Sri Lakshmi, in a hurry, I forget to make square of x. This happens, I can understand. This happens very frequently in mathematics. Someone said I read the question wrong. Yes, these are very common things, right? It actually generally happens with us. Yes. Yes, okay. So 11 more seconds. Yes. Very simple one. सिर्फ root find करना है आपको. You can use any of the method to find this out. Okay, so your time is up. All right. So 5 is the correct answer. 51 students have given the right answer. 7 says it's 7 minus 2. Some says it's minus 2. Okay. See, this was a very simple one. इसका आंसर गलत कैसे आ सकता है? Okay, let's see the solution for this. So x square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. So if we do middle term splitting for this, we have x square minus 5x minus 2x plus 10 equal to 0, right? We take common, we have x times x minus 5 minus 2 times x minus 5 equal to 0. So you get x minus 2, x minus 5 equal to 0. Finally, we get the values of x as 2 and or 5. This is the answer. Yes, I can see that few students are joining now, right? Right? Please go to the site minti.com and use the code 896428899. So this is the final result. These are the roots, x equal to 2 and x equal to 5. These were the answers. A very simple question. How come you make an error in this? Now let's move to the next one. Question 6 we have now. Bhavya, you gave all correct. Great. So if alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, then 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is what? Alright, so we have to find out the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. The question already says that alpha, beta are the roots. Mukesh, ma'am, you're a very good teacher. As you clear our doubt also in between of class, BYJU'S is very good platform. Thank you. Sri Lakshmi, this time I got correct. Great. Prateek, ma'am, I am also correct. All right. Yes. Parth, ma'am, morning को class होती है क्या? See, whatever the timings are for the different subjects, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. You will get notified about the timings and about the upcoming sessions. Okay, let's take a look at the answer. How many of you have you actually given the right answer? Oh, that's very disappointing. See, minus 1, 25 students are saying it's minus 1. Some are saying it's 1, some say it's 0, some says it's 2. बहुत simple question था ये तो. Okay, let's see the answer now. Alpha, beta are the roots, right? When we know that these are the roots, what are sum of zeros? Sum of zeros are alpha plus beta, right? Which is going to be minus 1 because that's minus b by a if you compare with the equation. Product of roots are alpha beta, which is going to be 1 now, right? So 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta mein, you take the LCM, you have alpha plus beta by alpha beta. You put the values, whatever you have got, and final answer is going to be minus 1 then. Yes, so that was the final answer. Fennel, a plus b by a cross b is equal to minus b by c, therefore answer is minus 1. Yeah, you can say that. Priya, minus 1. Sri Lakshmi, I got confused. Why? This was a very simple question. Yes. If you see the polynomial chapter also, this concept is in polynomials as well. Priya, minus b by a sum of products is sum of roots. Sum of zeros or sum of roots, that's minus b by a. Ankit Kumar, 5 by 6 correct. What is 5 by 6 here? I don't know. Yes, Ankita Ghosh, it's minus 1, right? Absolutely correct. Alright, so this was the last question of this today's session. But you all know that we have got you covered, so there are many more sessions lined up for you from every Monday to Friday to make you exam ready. And our next session would be on nature of roots, which is on December 28, that is Tuesday, 5 p.m. Alright, and if you want to have access to more such great content, then please click on the link in the description below and you can get all your doubts clarified instantly during the class. Alright, and thank you so much for today's session. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.